Listen, if you're a bacon and cheese lover, this one is just for you. You're gonna get an explosion of molten cheddar cheese in the middle of that beautiful patty, and it's gonna be amazing. Let's make a bacon wrapped Jucy Lucy burger right now. Let's get started. Now first let's talk about where does this name Jucy Lucy even come from? And the story actually originates in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yes, this burger with cheese stuffed in the middle came out of a place called Matt's Bar, where a customer asked for cheese to be stuffed in the middle of two patties. And when the restaurant owners made this concoction for this person, he took a bite and then he yelled, "That's one Jucy Lucy." And you might notice that the I from Jucy Lucy is missing, and that's because this burger became so popular so quick that the owners forgot to put the I in the menu, and that's the way that the name has stuck around. Alright, now let's start preparing the burger. So you want to first start by tearing up some pieces of your favorite white sandwich bread in a large bowl. Tear it up into pieces about 1.5 to 1 inch in size, and then add in a bit of milk in there as well. Then season those breadcrumbs with some garlic powder, onion powder, and then mash that breadcrumb completely. And then add in all of your mince. Traditionally it's made with beef, but you can try other meats as well. Then take your time and knead that really well. The best way to knead that would be with your hands or using a KitchenAid mixer. And once it has all come together really well, then don't forget to season it with a bit of salt. Then you want to divide up your burger mince mixture. So 6 ounces of meat is what you need for one burger. Then when you have the 6 ounce portion, divide that into two. So it's about 3 ounces each. And then let's talk about the cheese. Traditionally you want to use American cheese, but unfortunately that's very hard to find where I live. So I'm using a medium grade cheddar instead. You can use brie as well, and honestly there are so many options out there, just go crazy with it. The thickness should be about 1/2 inch, and that's where I'm going to cut my block so we can match those requirements. And in terms of the actual dimensions, anything between 2 to 2.5 inches square would work really well. Now for the first portion, you want to pat that out into about a thick inch patty. Then once you have that, once there's enough space for you to put the cheese right down the middle, then start gently. Take your time with it, forming that patty around it. You want to completely cover this with any excess meat that's there, while making sure that there's no thin and thick spots of meat anywhere on the cheese, otherwise it's gonna tear. And then soon you'll have something that looks a bit like this. And then the second portion that's left, we want to use that to completely cover this stuffed patty. So again, form that second portion into a ball, and then start forming that into a thin patty. This time you want to go about 1/2 inch in thickness, just so you can kind of cover the surface area of that stuffed patty. And then in a similar fashion, just start forming the patty around it. You want to feel for that cheese, and then you want to feel each side just to make sure that you don't have too much meat on one side and nothing on the other. Just gently form it without exposing that cheese at all. And trust me, it's not that bad. Once you get the feel of it, you will really find a way to form that meat around the cheese. And after the first few, you'll be a pro at this. Now to wrap it with the bacon, you want to make a crisscross. So put one bacon right across the patty, and then put another one on a perpendicular over the top. And then you want to just seal and make like a package almost with that bacon. And just wrap this and just let this chill for about 25 to 30 minutes, Now, to start cooking, add a bit of olive oil into a pan and turn that to medium-high heat. Then add in your burger, your patty, right on there, and then start searing it. And because of how thick this is, you don't want to risk having it completely seared outside but it being completely raw on the inside. So restaurant trick that I've learned is just to cover your meat with a bowl or with anything that can completely dome it, and that's going to help cook the inside with the steam while we continue searing the outside at high heat. So make sure you take care of the color. This is perfect right now, this sear that we have. So turn it, get some color on the other side as well, and then don't forget to cover it with the dome just so that we can make sure it gets completely cooked on the inside as well. You can also use a meat thermometer or just touch it with your fingers, and if it has the springiness that the tip of your nose has, that's going to be perfect as well. And now everybody, it's time to see this burger in action. Let's see if everything that we did paid off. So I have some lightly toasted buns over here, and I brushed it with some garlic oil, and on this I'm going to add in a bit of mayonnaise, a bit of my greens, and then right on that bottom bun I'm going to gently place my bacon wrapped Jucy Lucy. Then top it with a bit of onions. Here in the toppings, guys, you can really do what you want. You can make this your own burger by customizing the toppings. And I'm gonna save the best for the last. So let's finish this by adding some of our fries. That's some air fried crispy French fries, which are oh so good. And guys, before we get to the center, and that's gonna be the reveal, how good does this plate look? How good does that bacon wrapped burger with the air fried fries look? Honestly, this is the first time doing anything bacon wrapped. Now, you've done enough waiting. Let's cut into this burger and see exactly what we have waiting for us. Are you ready? Okay, here goes nothing. Here is your own Jucy Lucy bacon wrapped burger. Just take a look at how perfectly formed that burger is. This even amount of meat on the top and the bottom of that stuffing. Cheese is completely molten. And take a look at this, by the way. I'm gonna squeeze this and the cheese would just want to come right out. Now that's what I call a cheesy explosion, and it's gonna be amazing. You can easily make this. Trust me, it may look complicated, but it's not. Just gotta start doing it. For more videos just like this one, be sure to hit subscribe. Hit that bell icon, it's a lot of fun, and I'll see you guys again on the next one. Bye guys.